Hello, my name's John. This is the third attempt at recording this video, and you're watching Wargames, Models and Other Hobbies. Hello and welcome back to a video that has been taking me quite some time to record. I'm currently making two Necromunda Hive Secundus Malstrain Genestealer models, the Malstrain Alpha and the Malstrain Coalescence, and I've been running into issues with super glue like this, and actually glued at all. And there's a few reasons why it's happened, and one of the main ones is I was incredibly lazy and I didn't wash these very well, so any mold release or anything like that that's left on the model has caused a few issues for the super glue, and also because where the joints are it's really smooth, that is also not allowing the super glue necessarily to bind or anything like that. Now, I personally don't like to use Kicker to make super glue go quicker, so I have got the next best thing, which is my paint water, clean of course, which I'm going to try and use to help finish putting these models together. And then when I've finished gluing them together, we'll have a quick look at them. Now, as always, these are real-time videos, so if there's any cuts or anything like that, it's down to me answering the door, putting the dog out, that kind of thing. And I'll let you people know. What I want people to see is how long it actually takes to make these models. So far, there has been a 25-minute video on the Malstrain Alpha and a 25-minute one on the Coalescence that you'll probably never see because things were just going terribly wrong. I might put snippets in the corner of this video as I start putting things together, maybe if the glue takes a little bit too long to dry, that kind of thing. So anyway, yeah, these have been on the build table for quite some time now, and it has been getting a little bit annoying, to be honest. But it happens. Don't do what I've done and don't wash them properly. I did rinse them, but I didn't use warm enough water. I didn't use any soap or anything like that. And it doesn't always happen, but in this case, these two, it hasn't really liked the super glue. So what I am going to do, I'm going to attempt with the older super glue that I've got and see if using the water helps. If it does, I'll continue using it, and I'm going to alternate between the models, I think. So let's zoom in a little bit. And I should have known this before I started because I've been using resin on models for so long. So anyway, let's get back into making and enjoying it. So those tentacles are going to go on there. So I'm going to put a little bit of super glue. I can see why Games Workshop Warhammer is moving more and more to just plastic models, because of you don't have to worry about issues like this. Now I've got a wooden stick that I'm putting water onto, and I'm using my water as an activator on this side. There might not be enough water on there, we shall see as I put it in. But I'm going to hold it for a little bit, and I don't think I've used enough, but we shall have a look. There we go. So a little bit of water, and that has solved my problem. But rather than jumping onto the next part on the Coalescence, I am going to move on to the Alpha. So I think what I'm going to do is quite a large piece now. There is quite a few bits on this that do need filling with green stuff. It's a lovely model, but it was a real pain to clean and fit together, which is why This has become the third attempt at this video, but hey ho. It happens. It could be worse. But yeah, I was thinking of doing this just as sub-assemblies and then sculpting and filling any gaps, but with everything that's happened with this one, I'm not in the mood, so I'm sticking them all together, and then when they're all completely dry, actually this is really interesting, you can see how the water is beading on that, so there is still quite a bit of mould release on this. Normally mould release is a wax spray. Now I'm sure I could have just re-washed these and everything like that, but to be honest I couldn't be bothered because I've already spent quite a lot of time on these and I want to get this job done, and they were quite delicate models and there's no real excuse for me not really being bothered to. But we shall try and get this to work. But as I said, while this is on, I will have on the screen clips of the building, and this is really not, yeah, this isn't liking it at all. You can see how, yeah, you can see how this is causing a few little issues. I'm going to sit and hold it for a little bit. Now, there is accelerator you can get for super glue, and lots of people use it. I personally don't like to use it, mainly because of the things it can do to you, just health wise, and I've got enough to think about with my health than anything that can cause. And I know some people will say, oh no, it's mine or it's fine, but it's my choice. So my choice, and I have to deal with this. But likewise, I can see why people want to use Kicker, the accelerant. Right, I'm going to try a little bit more super glue into this and see if that solves the problem. There might have been a little bit too much water on there, I'm not sure. But there is a really weird white paste appeared, which I think could be the mould release. Now I'd be really interested to know. I bought these a couple of months ago now, so it'd probably been about November, well actually September time I think I got them. Got them at the end of the summer. I haven't built them for a long time. If anyone else has bought any of the expert kits from Warhammer, the resin ones, from around that time, and had any similar issues with putting them together, because I've had models before where I have just taken them straight out of the box, put them together, no issues whatsoever. So I am wondering if it might have been a, oh look, that one's fallen off. That's, yeah. Okay, let's try some of the new super glue, in case it is the older super glue. So that bit that I stuck on at the beginning just hasn't worked. So yeah, my advice to everybody, if you're doing any of the expert kits, wash them before you start any work on them. I have got quite a few that I need to do, so I will practice what I preach and start washing them rather than leaving them. So I've got the last 3 bits to put onto this. That's not. So let's put that head on. So a little bit of super glue. The other thing it could have been as well is my older super glue has been open for a long time and not used, so it could have gone off slightly. I think it is a combination of lots of things not going right, and it's a good example, I think, of what happens so that's a good, he says it's a good sign, but he moves it. So that newer super glue, when the water touched it, has gone off quite quickly. So that's okay. Let's put that one again to one side. Bring the other one. That one is really quite delicate still. So, look at that. It just fell off. Right. I'm going to clean some of that off with my finger. So you can laugh later on if I stick my fingers together. This is... yeah. I'm not going to do this video again. Look at that white paste coming out. Okay. Yeah. One thing I've learned, always wash your models. I'm going to have to leave... yeah, that's just... right. Let's get some water in there. Put some water all around the edge. Hopefully that will help it go off. This is, it's almost as if it's not, that mould release is stopping any glue from going ahead. Right, I'm going to have to, right. Look at that. Look at that. The frustration is considerable right now. Just gonna carefully, every time I put it down it falls off. This is really not what you want. Okay, let's go back to the Coalescence. There's only 2 bits left on each of them. This is becoming a cursed set of models, to be honest. Okay, where's... okay. This, I think, goes on... okay, I need to have a look at the picture to see where that goes. Okay, that's coming down. From... what does it go? Ah, there we go. That's going to fit into that. That might fit in better than the other bits because there's multiple points it can sit on. Now this newer super glue, there's a lot of it's got a big nozzle on it, so some water on there. Yeah, that big nozzle isn't a precise one, so you get lots of glue coming out. It is seeming to work. So I'm going to carry on and do the next part and try and identify where the hand comes out from. I think it's from above. Shit. It just shot that way. into a pile of sprues. Oh, there it is. Okay, as I said, this is real time, so warts and all, you get to see it going wrong. And when it does go wrong, it can go wrong. Okay. These are cursed models to make. I'm just hoping they'll be okay when I come to paint them. What I think I'm going to have to do is give them a slight soak or wash before I apply any paint, because whatever the mold release is, it is not letting the glue dry very well, and it might resist any paint. Okay. It's a lovely model though, it's hideous, I love it, but it is cursed as well at the same time. Is that arm in the right place? I think that arm's in the right place. Have I put the arm upside down? I've put the arm upside down. I don't... Where have I? Have I put it upside down? I might put it upside down. Oh, it's turning into a bit of a sticky mess there. You know what? Oh, there we go. That's the right way round. Isn't this hobby great and stress-free? Okay. I do like that model. I do like that whole kind of body horror. Right. I'm not going to stick it to the base right now. I'm going to sit that to one side. And let's get back to the alpha. I've got 2 bits to put back on it. Oh, I would really like to know if other people have had this issue recently, or it's just my bone idleness not to... Just broke the tongue. Wow, this is yeah. I have to stick that to... My word, this is turning into a nightmare. I don't know which is more cursed. This one or... Holy... Oh. I need to go back in time. Take these models out of their boxes. Get a nice warm soapy bowl of water and put them in it, and then leave them there to soak for a few hours, then take them out and then get another soapy bowl of warm water and put them in. Okay, I'm going to try and fix that tongue before I put the arm on. Oh, I'm so frustrated. But I can't wait to finish these models at the same time. Oh my word, it's so tiny, this tongue. Don't glue it. The one time the glue works and it sticks it to the base. What an absolute... What's that? Is that part of... Put some more glue on there. Well, I hope you're enjoying this video. probably look back on it while I kind of get it ready to upload, and I'd like to say I'll find it funny, especially when the tongue sticks to your finger and then bounces off again. Oh my word, this is becoming painful. Hey ho. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Right, okay, I'm gonna try something. It's sticking to me and not the model. This is take my time. Right, I've put it there. I get some water. I'll just put a drop of water on it. And hope that will work. Now look at this. This has a tiny little peg to put that in position like that. Okay. If you've got any cursed models that you'd like to tell me about, drop it in the comments. Always love to hear of fun other people are going through while they're working on their hobby. Right. Now I know, well, I just got to sit that. Okay, while that's drying for a bit, let's have a quick look at the Coalescence. So, this is the amalgamation of Corrupted's Genestealer and human DNA. So you can see we have the human head just there. There's vestigial arms and legs. You've got this top growth, almost like a zoanthrope tyrannid kind of top, or a carapace, similar to the Malstrain Alpha. All the tentacles and everything like that. Really, I love these models, but my word, have they been a curse. Let's have a little... Okay, so the Alpha... Because it's called an Alpha, isn't it? That's why it's being an absolute... Yeah. I love the way that it's got the massive, oversized arms, all of these growths and everything coming off it. Really great model, this one. But anyway, so here we have my Hive Secundus, Malstrain Alpha and Malstrain Coalescence. I hope you've enjoyed this video of how I wish I'd washed these more thoroughly and made a better video. But for now, yeah, that's it. Yeah, hope you've enjoyed this, guys. I'm glad I've put these together now, even though it's been a bit frustrating. For now, all I can say is thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for putting up with me in this video. My name's John, and you've been watching Wargames, Models, and Other Hobbies.